Hey guys, welcome in today for another episode of Urban Hunting TV. So glad you could join us this week. You know, we bring a number of different personalities to you, people from all over the world in the hunting industry, and this week we're going to honor some of those people. We're going out to Opryland to the Legends of the Outdoors Hall of Fame Induction Ceremony. It's the 2017 inductees, and none other than our own Jerry Antley of Cedar Hill Game Calls is being inducted this year. Now, Jerry's been in the hunting business his entire life. He's run Cedar Hill Game Calls since early 1981. He's been a huge supporter of the National Wild Turkey Federation. He's worked on the local level, the state level, the national level to restore wild turkeys in the United States. North Louisiana is where he hunts. He hunts Texas. But he has been a call manufacturer for all of these many years. And so Jerry has done a little bit of everything. He is a heck of a turkey caller. He's a great duck hunter. Deer are his specialty. And, you know, let's go in right now. Let's go to the Legends of the Outdoors Hall of Fame inductee ceremony for 2017. Come go with us. There's this poster right here and seeing your picture on it. It gives me some chills thinking about some of the things we've done over the last couple of years, but just try to put into words for us what something like this means to you, be inducted in the Legends of the Outdoors Hall of Fame. I know that's kind of a loaded question.
It is, but to begin with, words can't describe what it means to me. It's the most humbling thing that's ever happened to me in my life, outside of my faith in Jesus and my family. The most gratifying thing that's ever happened in my career. He's straight over here on this other side. Am I against you?
No, you're good. You're good.
Can you see it? Going back around this way. He's back down here now, coming this way. I'm gonna show back up on your side. I lost him. I don't know where he's at now. I don't know if I've ever had one circle complete around me or not.
Hey guys, let's take a break from the Legends of the Outdoors Hall of Fame with Jerry Antley being inducted today, and let's go out on the deck of the General Jackson and let's see Paige Kirkland, the Bayou Belle, and Donnie Conway, the Turkey Slayer out of Missouri, and let's see what they're talking about.
Hey guys, this is Donnie Conway with Urban Hunting TV, and I got Miss Paige Kirkland with me, and we're going to ask her some questions about her catching her big gar and the alligators that she catches. So Paige, how did you get started in doing this?
Well, I moved to Louisiana, and I was living on the bayou, and I was dating a guy that was really into fishing. And I grew up in the woods, outdoors my whole life, and I had never seen a gator gar before then, and we started fishing for them.
And how you do that?
With jugs.
With jugs?
With jugs, yes. Jug fish, and then if they're too big, you shoot them with the bow. And if they're not, then actually rope them. There's some videos on my Facebook.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Where I show how I roped it and pulled in the boat. It's Bayou Belle on Facebook.
Yep, Bayou Belle.
And there's also some frogging videos. And
You actually caught alligators too, haven't you?
yes, we caught alligators.
Now, how'd you catch the alligators?
The alligators, well, you catch them online. You give them, you got to find somebody to volunteer for bait.
Yeah.
And then you take a hand off and hang it on the hook.
That's a joke, guys.
Yes. Chicken a lot of times.
She likes a kid, right?
Chicken. They like chicken. And then you have to have a gun.
Now you have to shoot them in a certain spot?
Yes.
And where's that?
In the head.
Okay.
There's like a quarter-size spot that you can hit.
Exactly. So this girl knows what she's doing now. Go to Bayou Belle and like her page. She puts a lot of videos and stuff she does.
And we're
on there.
putting some reels together, maybe for an outdoor hunting, fishing type reality show. So check it out.
Mossberg makes this Model 520 gauge for adults to use as well as youth, but they also make one that has the conversion stock, so it breaks down in different sections.
When I started, and same thing with NWTF as a volunteer, when I started turkey hunting in the early 70s, I loved it. And I love to be involved with turkeys in any way, to the extent that I ended up starting a game call company with my first call, Little Scratch Box Turkey Call. And then I started volunteering to help NWTF. And I'm still doing both today, 40 years later.
Behind that big pine tree out there. And then I thought I saw one of the glimpses, but I never expected it to circle all the way around and come out over here.
That wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting big hands. That's why he was doing like he was. But once he circled us, and no, he ain't with no hands. He's just scared to come in. That's a typical 2-year-old. He's scared to do anything. Sometimes though they'll come running in. They'll get close enough for you to shoot them. Well, they might not come right up to a hen. They'll get close enough to shoot them.
We think we set up over here about 9:30, 9:40, and you know, we were sitting there kind of talking about some of the traditions over the years that Jerry has had around turkey hunting, and he said, "Hey, I think I heard one gobble." And sure enough, we got to listening. He put his mouth call in and hit it, and then he pulled out his little scratch box and hit it, and sure enough, the turkey answered over here, and from that, I got the camera ready and let Jerry do his magic.
Hey guys, we're going to ease down here and set up on this dove hunt, but man, go out here on the General Jackson with us on the front of the boat, and let's go talk with Ray I. You're talking about a guy that knows turkey hunting. Let's go do an interview with Ray I, the turkey guy.
Inducted in the Hall of Fame is very difficult to put into words, actually. It's very humbling. It's an honor. And like many of the other inductees, by the way, we don't call it the Hall of Fame anymore. We call it the family of the Hall of Fame, the group that we're with. All the people that went in before me, and I look at that list of professional hunters and fishermen and the things they've accomplished in the outdoors with sharing with others, and all of them say the same thing that I'm going to tell you, that we didn't do any of this for an award or to be inducted into the Hall of Fame or for any type of notoriety. We do it because we love it, we love the outdoors, we love sharing the outdoors. But then to be, oh my gosh, to be selected to be in the Hall of Fame for years of work, it's pretty cool. Actually, it's a real honor. No, it's a real honor. Real difficult to put in words what it's like to be part of this family. And so many of the folks that are in here that I've traveled with, worked with, hunted with, done shows with, and been around for years with the television, radio, media hunts, the writing, the magazines, the outdoor media. Great people. They're family. That's all I can say. It means everything to me to be inducted, even though I didn't feel at the time and still don't feel that, did I really do enough to be part of this? And I think we all feel that way, but it's awesome.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Sykes. I'm here at the Legends of the Outdoors annual banquet for their Hall of Fame. They're going to be incorporating some new Hall of Fame members today. Had the privilege of getting to be the speaker, and it's just kind of odd to look out and see all of these people that I grew up admiring and almost idolizing, and I'm on the stage speaking to them. Are you kidding? What's that all about? But hey, I'm glad to get to do it anyway. It's on the General Jackson here in Nashville in this cool boat. And I feel like I've stepped back in the 1800s. Really, really neat. You know, I produce an outdoor show called The Spiritual Outdoor Adventures with Jimmy Sykes TV show. We're in season 16 right now. We're already filming for season 17. And people have asked me, how did you get it started? Well, the bottom line is this. I used to be a preacher for a big church of about 5,200 members. I did a show called Amazing Grace Bible Class. I was teaching in college, and I just felt like I was always preaching to the choir, so to speak. In other words, I was with the 99 sheep that were in the safe pen the Bible talks about, while there was one out there not in the pen. How do I go get that person? Well, that's where Spiritual Outdoor Adventures was born. And so I came up with the idea to do an outdoor show that would weave in celebrity guests, that would also go across the world doing these exciting things. So basically you start out with the entertainment value in order to capture your audience to watch. Secondly, you talk about teaching things such as conservation, because I'm a big conservationist and we need to make sure we're taking care of our natural resources in the outdoors. But as I'm catching my audience and hooking them to keep watching, then I'm going to make sure that I inspire. In other words, I'm going to go to the spiritual applications, and we're going to take them into the Word of God, if at all possible, and not sound too preachy, but let them know that God loves them, and we'll give them a free Heart of the Outdoors Bible if they would like one. We've been able to give away a lot of those, not only here, but now in the other countries we work in, 54 other countries. See, that's what God can do. When you honor Him, He'll honor you. It's His platform. We're just trying to hang on to the cart and not let it run over us. SpiritualOutdoorAdventures.org. You can check it out for yourself online, see where we air. Also, you can go to jimmysykes.com. I hope you'll visit us. And right now I'm catching a wafting wind of some food cooking, so I'm going to let Scott take over now. I'm going to go to food. We'll see you later.
It's always good to see outdoor professionals talking about what they love to do. But let's go back inside the General Jackson showboat and let's see the 2017 induction class of the Legends of the Outdoors Hall.
My friend for over 25 years, Jerry Antley.
I would like to give you an idea of why I'm here. I'm not an entertainer and I'm not a speaker, as you can tell. Like Brenda said at the beginning, I love to hunt and I love to do it well. And that's the reason what got things started. Started deer hunting when I was out of high school, and we didn't have any turkeys. And in the early 70s, a few miles away, we had a few turkeys I discovered, and I decided I was going to try that. And I fell in love with it. And because I love turkey hunting so well, I wanted to do something that had to do or involve turkeys all the time. So in 1978, I started volunteering for NWTF, as Roger explained all those steps that I went through. And about 40 years later, I'm still a volunteer for NWTF. To give you a good reason why, last Saturday night, we had our local banquet, and I'm still on one of the banquet chairpersons, and I won the Gun of the Year. So that's a good reason to keep volunteering. And in 1981, because of turkeys and turkey hunting, I started my game call business. Our first call was the little scratch box turkey call. We still make it today, 40 years later. I still love to do what I love to do, and I still do it. I'm 75 years old. I'll go almost every day because my son is there running the business, and he's at the shop working while I'm in the deer stand. And next spring, I'll be out turkey hunting every day as well, the Lord willing. I can for sure say I don't deserve this honor, but I'm certainly appreciate it, and I'm certainly proud to be a recipient of it today. And I thank you very much. I just heard one gobble down here. back to the left. I hope it was just me.
I'm Lisa McDowell Snuggs, and I'm the Executive Director of the Southeastern Outdoor Press Association, otherwise known as CEOPA. It's a group of people who write and have radio and television shows about hunting, fishing, camping, and all other things in the outdoors. And I've been involved in the outdoors and the outdoors industry in one way or another all my life, and I'm here today at the Legends of the Outdoors Hall of Fame to actually be inducted. So I'm just really humbled by that, and this way, when I tell my friends I'm a legend in my spare time, I'll be telling the truth. It's just really humbling. In another part of my life, I enjoy music. I write and sing songs, and back in the 80s I sang songs about fishing and hunting and camping, and so I brought that CD with me today. It's called I'd Rather Go Fishing. And I have a new album called No Regrets. It's an album of just all kinds of songs, all original, a little bit of country, a little bit of bluegrass, a little bit of something for everybody.
I'm using a 20 gauge Mossberg. It's got the converted stock because I have a little bit of a shorter reach on myself, being a female, and then Zeke is also sporting the 410 Mossberg.
Well, it was a call that not many, it wasn't brand new then. Right. We didn't, build the first one, but very few people used it. The big hinge lid box call was the most popular turkey call. And the scratch box was so much easier to use, so much easier to carry, more compact, and we liked the sound better. So we started making it and then trying to promote the call to people to use it rather than the big box. And it took a few years, but we were very successful in doing that. And we built our company around it.
Hey guys, Scott Davis with Urban Hunting TV, and today we're going to talk a little meal prep, getting stuff ready for planning a meal. And a lot of times what happens, you have a piece of meat, you haven't had time to tenderize it, but I like to marinate my meat. I like to take venison, wild game, duck, squirrel, rabbit, whatever it is, chicken today, and prepare it and get it ready in advance so that when I come in tomorrow, 24, 48 hours later, it's seasoned, ready to go. So let's look at this right now. So I've got some chicken breast here, and all I'm doing is filleting them, and I'll cut them almost all the way through. And I'll lay them open where they're still filleted out right there. And then I'm going to take a little bit of garlic vinegar and just give it a little taste, put it on there, let it soak for a minute, and then I'll come back. And I love olive oil, I've already told you, and I'll douse a little olive oil on it and rub that in on all of them just to give it a little flavor. You can see the look of it right there. It makes it pretty too, it gives it a nice color. And then beyond that, I'm going to come back with my favorite seasoning of all for wild game, and it's Babunia's seasoning. Now Babunia's makes 3 different kinds. This is the mild, and I just like to gently put a little bit of mild seasoning on the inside and get them flavored up. And then I'm just gonna take those and fold them back together. So I've got the seasoning on the inside, fold them back together, let that stay there. And then I'll come back and I'm gonna put a little bit more olive oil on them on the outside of the breast. And I'll do this on regular meat too. Venison, it's really good on. And flip that over. Give that a little bit of just something for the seasoning to stick to. Get that olive oil taste in the meat. All that ready to go. Move that over. And then from there, the other side done, I'm gonna take and I'm gonna sprinkle that again with babunias. Put that on the outside. And then I'm gonna take some marinade. I'm gonna put some marinade in my jar here. Then I'm gonna take some marinade. I'm gonna pour some marinade down in the bottom of my container. And I'm gonna put my chicken in the marinade. And I'm gonna layer that up. Some marinade on top of it. And then I'm gonna add a little extra. I like putting a few seeds, different things in there to mix it up. So I'll add a little Worcestershire to it right now. Put the next chicken breast in. Lay that one in. Put a little bit more Worcestershire on it. Come back with some more marinade. Put the rest of my marinade in. Put that in there. Kind of move it around a little bit, get evenly taste. And then I'm gonna put my lid on my container. And that will stay in the refrigerator for 24 to 48 hours whenever I decide to cook it. Mix it around. And guys, I tell you what, I'll take that out. I'll get it ready. I'll flip those breasts open. I'll put some spinach inside. I'll lay some cheese in there. I might put some bacon inside, fold them back together, put it in the oven, let it bake at 450 degrees for about 45 minutes. Comes out smoking hot. Good stuff. Marinate your meat, give it a great taste, take that gamey flavor out of it. But right now, I hear somebody's getting ready to hunt something in the woods. Let's get back out there with them.
That's what I'm talking about. Kenny's beard, good thick beard. His spurs look like about 3/4 of an inch. Heavy bird, I believe he'd go close to 20 pounds.
Wow.
And for this area, that's a good bird, good size.
Guys, for me, it's been a long time since I been out turkey hunting, and I had this opportunity to come hunt with Jerry. My brother Scott Davis called me and said, "Hey, Jerry's going opening weekend. Can you make it out with the camera?" And I got it set up, and so it was a real thrill for me. I have to say, it's probably been a good 7 or 8 years since I've been on a turkey hunt.
Yeah, well, you had the main ingredients. You brought the luck with you.
Thanks for what you all have done, what we're about to do, and thanks for your service, and let's have fun.
we ended up pretty much in, and somebody told me if you're gonna go into the call business, you need to go all the way. So we do. We have calls in every aspect of game calling: waterfowl, elk, deer, turkey, predators, pretty much all of it, and accessories that goes with them.
Well, I know you got it going, but I tell you what, I am proud to know you, and I am happy, tickled to death that you're being inducted into the 2017 class of the Legends of the Outdoor Hall of Fame.
And you had a great deal to do with that too, and I appreciate it more than words can express.
Enjoy the ride.
Okay, that's right. Just enjoy the ride. I appreciate you, man.
Hey guys, what an awesome event to be a part of, you know, to be in the same room with all of those legends. You know, Gary Mason does a great job of putting on this event every year, getting all these individuals out, and people that have dedicated their lives to being in the outdoor industry, to following their passions, to pushing the best products, creating the best products. And Jerry Antley ranks right up there with the best of them. You know, pushing Cedar Hill Game Calls since 1981, being involved with the National Wild Turkey Federation from the early 80s at the local level, the state level, and the national level is just a huge thing to have devoted his life to that. And so it's a great recognition to welcome Jerry Antley of Cedar Hill Game Calls into the 2017 Legends of the Outdoors Hall of Fame. What an honor. Stay with us, folks. Come back next week. We'll be right back here on Urban Hunting TV, and we're going to be chasing some wildlife through the city.